Well, hello. It's heating up. If you're in the Northeast, the weather is getting hot. Here in New York, it's hot. But it's empty. No one's here. Maybe the city's coming back. Maybe it's not. Definitely with the weather change, outfits are changing. People are wearing shorts. Side boobs are out. And the unpopular opinions never stop flowing. I'm Dave Temple. These are Unpopular Opinions. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Dave Temple, and I'm here with my great co-host. I got to my left, Cisco Alderando, and to my right, the wandering Polak, Conrad Roth. Buenos dias. How you doing, man?
Good.
Seersucker again with the pop collar. I like it.
I'm trying to, make myself as likable as possible.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, get an image that works on camera and just in life in general.
Yeah, you guys have committed to the suit look. I do really appreciate it, especially on a day like today where it's warm.
Yo,
You guys are a little disheveled today, but it's fine because
they look nice when you put them on and you get on the job. They were pressed before I started sweating. I'll tell you that shit right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally, I don't have it in me to wear a suit because I'm a good person. All right. One. But two, it's carrying a suit around in New York. I guess it's doable right now because New York is like empty. I mean, it is empty, right? I mean, you can catch I haven't tried to catch a cab, but the wait on an Uber. Waits on Ubers have been a bit longer because it's not that many on the street.
Nope.
You know what I mean? It's not that there's a high demand, but there's no Ubers around. Any of those leasing cars, people had to give them back and go find something else to do. I just think, I don't know whether New York will ever get back to what we thought it was going to be.
It'll be back.
Think it'll be back?
Yeah, definitely. There's nowhere else to go. That's New York. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go to Ohio. You're gonna go to Sandusky, Ohio. Let me list them off. You're gonna go to St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? There's nowhere to go.
But if you went there, why come back? What is the reason for I mean, the city has reopened at least 3 times.
New York is okay. Even with warts and all, New York is still like New York is always gonna be like the new Jordans. You understand what I'm saying? New York is always going to have that cachet.
Someone's always going to buy.
Somebody's always going to want to be here.
That's what I'm saying. Who wants to be here now? Now, I honestly think New York is it's all poor people now. It's mostly poor people left here.
The same way, but just at a bigger scale. The same way it was all fucked up 30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Before, like when they built the Cross Bronx and all the white people moved because all the black people from the South moved up. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when the black people moved up, the white people moved out. Then everything got fucked up. You know who moved in?
Poor people.
Artists.
Poor people.
Broke white people are gonna move in.
Yeah.
That was what's that called for the first white flight?
Yep.
And now it's like something else. I don't think you would have to ask yourself. Here's the interesting question: I think there's a lot of people here for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, but all right, Conrad, you're a good example. Conrad, you're white. You no longer live in the city.
Well, I mean, it's funny. I technically do. I mean, here's the funny thing. I mean, I moved to Hoboken, which is closer to New York City than
Brooklyn. Yeah.
Here's why I love it. There's a stigma about it that's like, oh, it's New Jersey, it's Hoboken. Great. Stay wherever you stay. I got my first 1-bedroom apartment. I'm doing great. Everything's lovely. I'm like, oh, does New Jersey suck? Great. Stay wherever you are because I lived in Harlem, I lived in Queens, I lived everywhere, and like right where I'm at is great. The parks are better, the basketball players are better. Like the competition, it's weird. Like I was watching.
I've been meaning to get some competitions.
I was watching people play like I was in Brooklyn Heights, and they got some nice courts there by the school, and I'm watching these guys playing like 2 courts. You're all terrible.
Yeah.
And then in New Jersey, like I'm scared to play some of these guys.
What is that new basketball movie that's coming out with the Asian kid? It's
Air Bud 7.
Wait, the one about Jeremy Lin?
No.
Yeah,
This is the guy who did that show Fresh Off the Boat. He's a comic. And he made a movie where he's playing basketball. It's like it's an Asian Save the Last Dance, but it's street ball.
No idea.
And like it's like Above the Rim, but like so remember how Above the Rim Tupac was like the guy for that? This one has like Pop Smoke is like the guy of this movie.
No,
but there's like an Asian guy who's like taking over street basketball in New York.
Jeremy Lin.
You know what?
I'm gonna keep doubling down on
I
this.
think we could say this, and I guess as an unpopular opinion, we could have 0 basketball movies made ever again, and I'd be okay with it.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Why? I mean, what the great ones. I mean, what are the great basketball movies? People
Like Mike?
Hoosiers, they like Space Jam. I know. I just can't think off the top of my head.
I think the
You
art.
mentioned Hoosiers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think what it is with basketball movies, especially like a more modern movie, is the choreo, like being able to shoot good scenes that make you like feel like you're in the middle of the action.
Yeah.
So I think when someone goes to remake a basketball movie
yeah.
or a surfing movie, it's like, dude, we got this new technology where like I can actually get this shot. We got to do it. You know?
If you really like basketball, you'll just go rewatch old games on the internet.
That is weird. I do not understand
yeah,
that.
I don't do
Those
that.
videos have hundreds of thousands
They're
of
unbelievable.
views.
They're unbelievable. Like if you were to no movie could be better than Michael Jordan hitting the shot against the Jazz in Game 6. There's no movie that it's like you're like, wait, motherfucker. Like if you never saw it, you're like, that's made up. That's fake.
Yeah.
And it's the greatest moment in basketball history, and it's cinematic at the end. It's insane.
If they made a movie about that, they would still have to close the movie with that actual shot.
Yeah,
You
but
couldn't
there's
redo it.
no better movie. I mean, I don't know what's great about these sports movies. I think it's more the drama and the
Yeah.
dialogue.
People are into drama.
Yeah, the dialogue. But if you guys know how street ballers have nicknames,
Yeah.
what would be your street ball nickname?
Well, my street ball nickname would be Hack. Like I am a terrible basketball player. Like I'm aggressive, but I do not have the coordination to swipe for the ball while you're dribbling and not hit your hand.
Gotcha.
I'm probably gonna hit your hand. You're probably gonna get mad, and we're gonna square up and fight. You know, which I didn't know. Why is that a thing? Like you can't hit somebody's like you can't take a slap on the wrist.
That's
while
what you're
dribbling?
only supposed to touch the ball.
I get it, you're supposed to, but like the way people react if I hit your hand, like god damn, and it's like, dude, calm the fuck down. Like it was an accident.
You know why? They're trying to make it so that nobody can test the foul. Because like normally, if you're playing in the street and you hit somebody in the hand, you let that shit go.
Right.
But because of your height and your ability to block somebody, if you're already getting to them, they're not going to be able to get their shot off. So they just want to stop everything and start over.
Isn't that the whole purpose though? That's called good defense if you can't get your
But
shot off.
normally, but you're missing what I'm saying. Normally, you would let that go.
Right.
But because of your height, they know that they can't, so they have to start over. They have to make it a foul. If you're already reaching in, they have fucked up.
It depends. I'd have to see you play, but I don't know. Who knows? It depends how. It's always funny with sports too. Like you have to go at the same energy that everybody else is going. Like you can't be going hard when everybody's.
Well, no, I won't go hard, but like, okay, like if I know like the game is close and all that kind of stuff like that, you know, yeah, I'll wrap a guy up in a heartbeat that I can't defend. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you're not gonna score on me, like, because and that's from past trauma as a kid of like, yo, what the fuck, man? You let him score? So it's like, all right, do whatever I have to do to make sure that they're not mad at me. Yeah,
Right.
like you can be mad at me for grabbing you and you not getting the game-winning shot, but I don't want my guys to be
Right.
mad at me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it, but you got to.
I'm thinking about my street ball name, and I think I'm gonna start with the pharmacist.
the pharmacist.
Because I would wear like a white lab coat or something.
That is
Because, like,
hilarious.
You have a whole presentation made
is
of.
there a funnier white guy than a pharmacist?
Yeah,
Are there any?
that is hilarious.
Are there any white pharmacists left in the tri-state area? That's
Oh,
the
are
first
they not
question.
white anymore?
No, bro.
Nah, yeah, they're
Nah,
all like
B.
Asian and Indian. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Shout
Looking
out.
for those jobs too.
Fresh.
Yeah, man.
Straight out of Mumbai.
Here's the funny thing that they do with those people, which I think is pretty funny, as I think when you start off as a pharmacist, you have to be like an open mic pharmacist first. So you have to go work at a Rite Aid in the hood. Like, it's so funny to see like a little Indian girl like calling an Uber at a Rite Aid, like, I hope no one kills me before. And it's like, why do you work here? And it's like, this is where they put me. And it's like, holy shit, this is, and they make good money.
Entry level pharmacy. Yeah.
Yeah, but
The
like,
drugs are still the same. The drugs are still the same. They might have better security at the Rite Aid, to be honest with you.
yeah. Nah. What would your name be, Cisco?
I don't even know. Because I already have like a nickname. You know what I mean? Like Cisco's already like a nickname. So, I'm not really good. So it'd probably be something like Gordo or probably Gordo.
What about, for some reason, it popped in my head like Hulu or Netflix. I don't know why.
Netflix?
Like
Because it's about to be a movie, y'all. Like, remember how And One, they was shouted out? Like, that guy, shout out to the dude that was on the microphone in And One, man. You know, I mean,
he's great.
yeah, he's probably working in some strip club right now, you know what I mean, with that same energy. But his ability to come up with commentary on demand, you know what I mean? Like, and as it's happening, they'd be like, oh, shit. He's putting on a movie. That's why I call him Netflix. Get your subscriptions right now. It's like, and he just keeps going, man.
Maybe it's Netflix because Cisco just wants to go home and chill.
That's what you say, though. Oh, shit, it's time to Netflix and chill. Huh. All right, so let's get into an unpopular opinion. Yeah, you do not deserve the pets that you have.
Yeah,
Talk to me, Cisco.
You know how we're talking about the weather's getting nicer?
Yeah.
I'm seeing too many, in particular, long-haired dogs out right now as the weather's getting warm. Dogs can't sweat. They can only pant. So you got to get that dog trimmed. You got to get the dog a haircut. And nobody's doing it, dude. Every year, hundreds to thousands of dogs across the country suffer because you just think they look cute. Like, no, bitch. They suffering. The dog can't tell. Like, let me help you out. All right? If your dog isn't moving, it's because your dog is fucking dying.
Hot, yo.
All right, he's hot. He can't sweat, and he can't tell you, yo, don't put the ice in the bowl and none of that shit.
Yeah.
Give your dog a haircut. Groom your pets. Take care of your pets in the heat. How would you feel if you was walking around in a fucking fur coat in August? You understand what I'm saying?
Funny
Like,
you say
shit.
that, you know, a little bit too much TMI right now, but fuck it, I'm going to give it out. You know, I just had to trim myself, you know what I mean? Because it's fucking hot, get all that stuff off. So I can only imagine with dogs.
I have to relate to that daddy smooth chest right here. Holla at your boy, ladies. What's good?
Like, you don't grow chest hair?
I got like 3 of them.
Wow, really? Holy shit. What about you? You a chest hair guy?
Yeah, I have chest hair.
But like, do you gotta? It doesn't grow out of control to the point where you gotta trim it?
No.
Like mine don't grow out of control.
He has it under control, like his emotions. He doesn't let him go.
Mine don't grow out of control either. But I do like I would like to
took it
clean
off. I
up
got
every
you.
now and
Yeah, no.
again, especially when the weather switches over. I have that ability to go into the bathroom and like that'd be funny if your dog did that. Like if you just heard.
Oh, by the way, yo, listen, don't do that. You don't
do it yourself.
Do not go spend the money. That's the other thing. Spend the money. Go get some to a professional.
Wow,
and
what happens?
Because your animals, they're okay. It's not like you know. Put it like this. You know how you ever run the clippers over your head?
Yeah.
But you hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Yo, you're gonna hurt your animal a lot more because you're prepared for that. You know that might happen. The dog doesn't
not
know.
ready.
The dog doesn't know. Take care of your pets,
What
y'all.
about cats? You got to trim cats down. I'm not a cat person, but
You don't trim the cat's hair because you can, but generally speaking, you don't because like they don't want to be bothered. They'd rather be uncomfortable, I think. But dogs in particular, like you can't. A dog will not seek out comfort. A cat is smart enough
find the
to
shade.
go
Yeah,
find
yeah.
shade. A cat's not. If a cat's lounging in the sunbeam, a cat wants to lounge in the sunbeam.
Right,
Cat's
right.
happy there.
Yeah.
If it gets too hot, the cat will get up
and move
and move to a comfortable place.
Yeah.
A dog, if you're in the same room, the dog isn't smart enough to go, hey, there's air conditioning over here. The dog is gonna stay there with you. Like, oh, okay, cool.
I'm with him.
Nope.
I'm with him.
Yeah. So please take care of
Do
your
you guys
dogs.
shave your beards in the summer?
You know what's funny?
Sometimes.
I grow this out. I grow this out a little bit because otherwise I'll sweat. And like if you know how you rocking a cap, then your cap gets all sweaty. So
Yeah.
I either grow this out or I gotta put a bandana on.
Oh hell yeah!
So like in the winter, I'm like the reverse. In the winter, I'll take it all off. But in the summer, I let it grow out a little bit just so I don't have to fucking sweat all over the place.
Yeah, it's very rare that I'm out in the sun like I used to, but I still will crop my hair close because I don't like that look. Like you ever just see a homeless person and you just kind of want to shave them off, like, dude, it's hot, you're out in the sun and your beard is all thick, just cut the beard off.
Yeah, but they're also wearing winter jackets too,
Yeah.
which is crazy,
Right.
you know.
But I feel like with a big beard, even with a t-shirt and shorts, I just look ridiculous. I feel like people looking at me are like, ugh.
Yeah.
It is
Look
making
hot.
your face a lot
and,
hotter.
and speaking of which, in the NBA, I don't know if you've been watching, but everybody's got a beard for some reason. They're wearing a tank top and they're wearing shorts because they're running around and it's too hot and they're sweating. But they have a Christmas sweater on their face.
Lot of weak chins in the NBA. That's why.
What you mean they don't
A lot
have
of weak chins. They don't
strong-
have strong jawlines.
Really?
Like, I don't. That's why I grow this. If I took this off, forget about it. My face would look like a fucking donut. No way.
I don't think I got a defined
No, you're good.
jaw,
Yeah,
but
you
I don't
good.
think it's
Yeah, I don't.
strong.
It's all around.
Because I got like a little neck and a small chin. You know what I mean? I hate my neck, man. I
But
don't
you have
the ability.
angles, so you're good.
I mean, it's a good look, but I don't think it's intimidating to anybody. And I don't think women look at my
Yeah, but your
chin
skin
like,
color
"Ooh,
does
look
that.
at that guy."
Like nobody's gonna be looking at your face. They're
Other
gonna be
black
looking at the
dudes
color of your
will.
skin. Yeah, but
Oh, the black
that's
dude.
different.
I'm not worried about that. Here's an unpopular opinion. I fear no one on the planet except for black people. Like, I'm not scared of any other race. Like, even a Chinese guy who hits me with the, I'm like, I'll fuck you up later. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
What about a Russian?
Huh?
What about a Russian?
I was
Yeah.
about to say that. Yeah.
I don't. Sadly, and this, don't take this as racist. I do not distinguish white people. Like, I am just now starting to learn the difference. Like, at least for Jewish people, to be like, okay, he's Jewish, but all of the other shit, I'm sorry, man. It's,
You don't get time.
Yeah, man. I don't know Europe. I
think-
can't
I
tell
think
you
we're
all the
I
countries
think we're
in
all
Europe.
past the age where we're gonna get into physical confrontation. But just as a general rule of thumb, if person talk like this, leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
if they old. If
But
they
what I'm
old,
what I'm saying is, like, all right, I always talk about my group, my rule of groups of 5. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, 5 Asian dudes, I'm gonna keep an eye on, but I'm not scared. And the same thing, like 5 Russian dudes. I just don't see them out to shit. This might just be racist towards black people. Maybe I just feel like black people are looking for trouble. So maybe that's why I'm scared of black people a little bit. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, oh shit.
on a scale of starting shit. Pardon me. If it's on a scale of starting shit, yeah, I would put black people pretty high up there.
Yeah.
Follow closely.
Yeah.
Follow closely by Puerto Ricans. No, of starting shit.
Starting
it's different.
shit, yeah.
Starting shit, just like, yo, what the fuck is up with this dude over here? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you ain't bothering nobody. Like put it like put it this way: if you walking down the block, a Russian dude is not gonna be like, look at this bitch over here. He is fucking little pussy. No. He might be thinking it, but he just keep moving. As opposed to, like, you could be walking down the block and just be having a good day smiling. Hey, look at
Right.
this bitch ass nigga smiling over here.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. My people start trouble. I don't know, like, and I guess it's maybe not even Africans, although movies depict African groups hanging out like that too. Like, what are you doing here? Like, you know what I mean? But even when I'm trying to think of movies with like Asian bullies. Like, I think the Karate Kid
Part
that
2
had Jaden Smith in it.
Fast and the Furious?
Oh no, Karate Kid Part 2 had a bully Asian guy.
Yeah, and he was cartoonishly evil.
Yes.
He was cartoonish
Yes.
where it made no sense. This guy's chest is out. Like, Bolo was a bully. In every Asian movie,
Yeah.
Bolo is a fucking problem. If I saw Bolo in a bar, I wouldn't be scared. Black Belt Jones, though? What's he up to?
You know what's I've never thought about this. In a weird way, I'm not afraid of anybody.
Yeah?
If I'm in the free world,
Yeah.
you put me in prison, I'm afraid of everybody. But
Okay.
if I'm out here, like, people must look at me and, like, I've adapted myself, I guess, to be like, it's not worth my time. Like, he'll probably bite my nose off or something. Like, I got a look about me where people are like, I don't know what's going on with that guy, but it's probably not worth the effort.
You know what? Now that I think about it, if there were 5 of you, like 5 tall white guys, especially dressed the way you're dressed when you're chilling, you got the seersucker suit on today, but this is not how Conrad hangs out outside. Conrad is usually, if you're not doing comedy, you're in like athletic gear, but there's no athletic equipment around. So there's no ball, there's no hockey stick, there's no bag. So it's like a few of these tall white guys with the athletic thing just standing around, you know what I mean? Like, okay, those guys might be a bit
Yeah,
of a
the
problem.
bros.
Yeah. Especially because, like, what are you, like 6'2", 6'3"?
6'3".
Yeah, like, he's the kind of guy I would think I can take, and his arms are so long that I probably get put to sleep by, him backing
Right,
up.
because you can't,
And I just look bad. I think that's the thing that scares me the most about like fighting outside of my race. I can lose a fight to black people and I'm be okay with that.
That's funny.
Losing a fight to another race, I would feel embarrassed. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. That's
even if there was no way you were going to win going in, you know what I mean? Like if that dude, like but that dude's an MMA fighter.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I should be able to beat up a white MMA fighter.
That's funny.
Yo, but he's the champ. Nah, he's still white though. He's still white.
You know what I mean?
I'm from Philly though. Like,
so you don't get like realize about other people's cultures, like white cultures, and be like, oh, he's like that because he's Greek, or he's like that because he's something else, Italian, whatever. You don't see that?
No, Italians. I know a little bit about Italian behavior. Where Italians they actually would start trouble. They would actually chase black people out of their neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know? So,
but also Italians not white. They're not.
Yeah, I mean, they don't act it.
This goes to my point. Like we talked about this before. It's like, what is white? Like white is it's used so many different ways.
Yeah.
So white is usually like skin color. If we're talking about job interviews, I'm white. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if we're talking about
an attitude,
I'm not white.
To me, like a white guy is like a house cat. You know what I mean? Like, they're here. I respect the thing, and I realize this cat could scratch or bite every now and again, but I'll stop.
Like,
the shit out
when
of
it's visual, there's white. Like, it's like if we're talking about police, and they're like, are they going to bother me? No. You know what I mean? You know, like they're not thinking, oh, is that guy Ukrainian or Russian or what is those that type of white up to? Job interviews, I'm white. But if like out in the real world, like when I do business, yeah, I'm Polish. I'm not very good at business. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about a different, when you're talking about business, you want to deal with like Greeks, Jews, those type of people. They're good at business, right? There's other ones that are like awful at it. So,
what kind of white guys are bad at business? Is there a stigma of like are Scottish dudes or Irish dudes just like terrible businessmen? Is there any of that out there?
I think that a lot of Catholics are bad at business, although you'll get good ones. And I think it's because somehow, some way, maybe they use it to control Catholics, that you have to be meek. And you have to be like, so like very, humble. Like, you know what I mean? Like
that's all
like,
religions in general, though, isn't it?
No. Yeah. Like I think
like any religion that tells you just hand over 10% of your income, like, that's bad for business.
No, but there's good countries that people that are from certain countries are good at certain types of businesses. Like Indian people are very good at small margin businesses. Like if you're talking about like corner stores, newsstands. Like it's because they're good. Something in their culture makes them good at like the low margin. Like if it's a 10%, like they're good at that. And then there's some people like Jews are good lawyers, and it's because they can argue in the Bible. They negotiate with God, and among other things too. But there's reasons why certain whites are not good at certain things. And I'm sure
I'm not going to a Greek lawyer.
Oh no way! I would not. I would not go. I look at doctors' names. And if I see like a Greek doctor, no way am I going to a Greek doctor. And I live but you know what I mean? It's like certain cultures lend themselves to be good at certain things. You know what I mean? You want something built, you ask a Catholic to build it. You know what I mean? Like you want a house built, you want your lawn mowed, close to the ground stuff or like blue collar stuff. Catholics are good at that. You know what I mean? But there's some people that you wouldn't want your house built by, I don't know, Phil.
I don't want my house built by an Indian person. I want to go to an Indian doctor, but I don't.
That's very good.
Yeah,
we should play this game a lot. I'll go to this culture for this, but not for that. That's really.
That's a good segment.
That's a good game.
Out. Yeah, not for this, but definitely for that.
Yeah,
So
I won't go there for this, but I'll go there for that.
We're getting that together. You know what I mean? I fucking love that idea. You know what I mean?
Because it really does elucidate. Like it's not. It's like I think racist doesn't even mean anything anymore unless you're really trying to stop somebody from doing something that's like racist. I mean, I'm sure but if you're like bringing up like cultural differences. Be like, these people are good at this, but they're not good at that. It's like it doesn't mean that they're better. Like we all have a soul. Our soul is.
Yeah,
it's culture.
I'm not asking a 300-pound man to do a wideout in football, right? No, you're on the line because you're a big man. This is where you belong. You know what I mean? Like, and
there are a lot of offensive linemen and a lot of whites for some reason. You know what I mean?
Well, because they're not good at moving their feet fast.
That's right. See, there we go.
If you need a guy to just plant and just like, you get the white guys for that, you know?
Yeah, and like white guys are really good at throwing things.
Yeah.
That's why they're quarterbacks and baseball pitchers.
And that's why they hated when the blacks started scrambling. They're like, that's not QBing. Like, yeah, well.
And you know what's funny? They're realizing that it's not sustainable. If you run, you're going to get hit and you're going to get hurt. And then what the fuck? Like Tom Brady just won a Super Bowl. The motherfucker never runs. Patrick Mahomes got hurt. He runs. He got knocked out in a game, and then he got a toe injury. He's like, stop running. This is a throw it. This is a throw. But people are gonna figure that out.
I'm surprised there's not more Japanese linemen.
Like sumo wrestlers.
Holy shit! Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
why do they not get involved in this?
I don't
You know that
Is there some sort of like tribal thing or something where no Japanese guy, like even the Hawaiian guys who play football, the Samoan, they don't go to but they don't make it to the league to be like, you know what?
No.
I'm like, because I mean, like The Rock, he wanted to play football, but he didn't make it to the league, so he went to wrestling.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Yeah, because he wouldn't be The Rock if he played football.
No,
He would have played for 5 years, and then
or
he
if
would have been. If I think he still would have been The Rock. He would have been Dwayne Johnson. He wouldn't have been The Rock. But I dare say he would have still been in movies.
Okay.
He would have been like a much better O.J. Simpson.
You know what's fascinating? We were just having this conversation last night. A friend of mine is working on a show, trying to pitch a show loosely based around Stone Cold Steve Austin, and so Steve is there doing the concepts and everything. But they were like, for him and The Rock to start off the way that they did, and it seems like The Rock kind of like really took off compared to Stone Cold. He said Stone Cold told him, he goes, yeah, I already got money from wrestling.
Yeah.
I only work on stuff that I want to do, that I'm passionate about. Versus like The Rock kind of whores himself out to every project that he could possibly.
Yeah,
this guy's doing children's movies, Disney stuff.
He was in a movie called Skyscraper.
Yeah. So you kind of look for like The Rock to have a squeaky clean image, and and Stone Cold to be kind of like this drunken hillbilly. Like he seems really centered. You know what I mean? Like it seems like now he's way more at peace than for The Rock to be up at 4 a.m. working out 3 times a day. You know what I mean? And it's just like I don't know, man. I think nowadays I'd rather be Stone Cold than be The Rock.
Well, but the difference between them both, the primary difference is like you just said, that's something that The Rock wanted to do. That's why I said even if he hadn't been in wrestling, he still would have been Dwayne Johnson movie act. He would have been O.J. Simpson times 5 because he could actually act, and he has way more charisma than O.J. Simpson. Like he gets up in the morning because he wants to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
He does that workout because he wants to do that work. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's why he's The Rock. That's why he's Stone Cold. Like The Rock isn't whoring himself out. The Rock doesn't need the money either. The Rock's doing it because he wants to do it. Listen, that whole show that he's doing now, don't be surprised. Listen, he's gonna be the fucking president.
The Rock.
Because there's nothing else for him to do. Him and who was I saying was
Ventura?
gonna run? No,
Schwarzenegger?
it was one of my unpopular opinions where I was like, and him and Cardi B. Him and Cardi B are gonna run. And I guarantee you.
I hope we smarten up by then.
No, we're not.
No, we're just gonna
It's all been downhill since Reagan, bro.
Oh yeah. We're just getting
You think it's getting
a cult
worse?
of personality. Wait till the My Pillow guy becomes mayor of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, or governor of the state of Minnesota. It's a cult of personality now, bro. It's all downhill.
Damn.
Yeah.
We're not going
to smarten up at all?
We are on the precipice of
Did you
watching
not
this country
see-
slide into the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got off the internet because of the stupidity I saw on there, and I guess that's most people. I mean, but like, I would like to think better, even though they're not.
No, we're not.
What's that movie where Terry Crews is president? Yeah, who? Idiocracy? Yeah. We're headed there. And that's the future. That was the
Yeah.
future.
Well, I will say this: if a wrestler gets it, wrestling is underrated. I think wrestlers are the best athletes, and here's why: because you have to take hits, you have to give hits, then you have to talk. You have to be a good personality. Like, if you could get an athlete, like, say, these guys, like, they're very personable, they become the biggest athletes in the world. But wrestlers have that skill better than all of them anyway. Like, you can't really find, like, athletes with great personalities.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, because people get mad at athletes when they're like lashing out when they don't,
or they
sign
don't, or they like
autographs.
listen to them in interviews. Like, who wants to listen to an athlete be interviewed? Never. You know what I mean?
Both teams play hard.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a really good game. You know, it's funny too because that's a weird concept to interview. Like, what other? There's no other animal, and I refer to athletes, animals, only because
humans.
they're
Okay.
humans, but
Human
they're
animals,
different.
we're animals.
They're different. But like, you don't interview a bull at the end of a rodeo to be like, "How did you feel?" You know what I mean? You had that one guy really pinned up on the ropes. Like, you know, like why?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
And I doubt back in like the gladiator days, if a man survived fighting a lion, that he now needed to tell everybody what happened, play by
I think
play.
they let him. No, I think if you're a gladiator and you won, you got to give a speech or something. People have always been fascinated by what the winner has to say. And then just for equal time, they would talk to the losers as well. But if you notice, people want to hear what winners have to say, even if it's always going to be the same soundbite.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, now they interview coaches between quarters. Like, the game's going on behind them. They're like, "Coach, would you?" It's like, get that guy the fuck out of here.
Unpopular opinion. If you are going to coach on that level, you have to deal with that. Because like a high school coach or a little league coach has to deal with parents, helicopter parents, and all of that. So it's like, no, if you're making it to the league,
gotcha.
you have to still deal with this shit.
I
So
like it.
we actually, to test your coaching, we have people come in and interrupt you and demand information from you in the middle of a fucking game. You know what I mean? Because a high school coach has to deal with that.
I think the reason that we get the interviews or everybody watches the interviews is because we're hoping for like a Dennis Green incident or something like that. I think that's the biggest reason why.
What's the Dennis Green?
Dennis Green after his team lost, he just we know why we lost. They were who they said they were.
No, they were who we thought they were.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah,
And
that's,
he
you
just
wanna
had
see
like a
somebody
whole
lose it. Yeah.
complete meltdown.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, like coaches never tell the truth.
Yeah.
So like, if they were to like really tell you, because they're always hiding information. They even hide on injury reports. They don't tell you like when players are hurt or whatever, or like they fake it. And it's like when you get a good ass meltdown, that's what people want. That's the only thing that's when sports are entertaining, when you give interviews, when there's a meltdown or somebody says something fucked up, and you're like, oh, finally we got it. You know.
Love it. Well,
And that's why we watch it.
hopefully there's a meltdown on the show today. Let's get into it.
Meltdowns are the best.
Chameleonaire buys a game-worn Jordan jersey from North Carolina, right? Now, if Jordan's holding court with like basketball players over here, right?
Yeah.
And Chameleonaire's like, yo, I don't want to do this. I'm not that dude, but I got to see if I get Jordan to sign this, man, because I just spent like $25,000 or whatever on this jersey, right? So Paul Pierce sees him.
My twin.
Apparently, Paul Pierce goes, yo, come here, man. And he tries to introduce him to Jordan. And Jordan's like not having it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Jordan's like,
He said something heinous.
yeah, he goes,
Oh, yeah.
No. He either said, okay, the story I heard was, he goes, yo, Mike, this is Chameleonaire. He wants to know if you can sign this. And Jordan says, like, man, fuck that nigga, man.
Good
Fuck
for-
that."
good
Like,
for
he
Jordan, yeah.
He writes him off in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And then Chameleonaire has like he's like, yo, what do I do? Like, this is Michael Jordan. I can't but he's just disrespectful. He's like, yo, Mike, could you sign this? And Mike says, how much you pay for that? 25. I tell you what, why don't you give me $25,000? I'll go to my car, I'll get one, and I'll sign it for you. Like, he just played him like twice. He had to stay, and he stood there. And then Paul Pierce tries to like defend. Paul Pierce is like, yo, but Mike, and Jordan shuts Pierce down. Like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, who the fuck do you?
Yeah.
So anytime I hear shit like that, I'm like, if Jordan did it, if you can't top Jordan, like, it'll have to be like, for it to top Jordan, it will have to be like Obama for me to be like impressed. You understand what I'm saying? Like anytime I hear my shit like that, I'm like, what the fuck? Did you?
Right. Yeah.
Because you can only do it if there's nobody above you. You understand what I'm saying? You can only get away with that
If there's nobody bigger than you in the
exactly,
circle.
or in the immediate vicinity.
That's interesting that you say that. I would like to try that out, but I got to figure out a way to try it out where there's room for me to apologize afterwards and be like, look, I was just fucking around. I was trying out some shit to see who I could be a dick to. You know what I mean? Just to see where my level
Don't say
of
that.
fame
Just
is.
say I was playing and be nice. Don't say who I could be a dick to, because now you're just fucking pissing in their mouth.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that.
See, but if you said that to the wrong person, now you have to have a physical. You just wrote them off by trying to apologize.
No, No.
That's how I would take it. Yo, you said the phrase, I'll just do it to see who I can fuck around with. Oh, so you can fuck around with me? Now we gotta fight.
No, because I'm coming to you and telling you, look.
But what you just
the
said
violation. No, because
is
here's
a
the thing.
violation.
But the violation already happened. If we was
But
gonna
you
fight,
adding to the violation.
if we was gonna fight, you'd have duffed me already. You'd have duffed me when I
No,
violated
because
you.
what you doing when you walk over is now you're basically backing me into a corner where I gotta fucking put hands on you.
No, it's not, because there's
Because
nobody
you're
there.
saying, but listen to what you said. I just wanted to see who I could get away with fucking with.
Because I'm not truly that guy.
Or
But
you
I would love to
Take that last
experiment.
sentence out. Take that last sentence out. Be like, I'm just playing, and here's why. But to tell another man,
Well, then
I
don't
was just
explain.
seeing who I could fuck with. I see who I could get away with fucking with. You know,
Just say
Well-
I was just kidding, and then don't explain why.
I like your mentality also, because you're like the guy who like fights at a basketball court because I tried a new move. Like I bounced the ball off your head.
No,
You're like,
you know what's
do I
funny?
look like the nigga you could do that too?
no, because I'm not talking. I mean, I'm explaining because this is not me.
You're thinking
is-
for the hood.
But this is my cousin, this is my sister, like, and all my life I was explained why. Why'd you hit that guy?
Wow.
Well, here's why. Here's what he said. And I was always, even when I was a little kid, like, yo, he said, suck my dick. Well, were you gonna do it? No. What? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
but
right.
Cats to this day. Did you see the Fat Joe interview with Vlad? Where Fat Joe went on record and saying, if somebody told me suck my dick, I would have to stab them. It's like, whoa, you got property. You got you know what I mean? Like, you can't just like.
Okay, I'm not gonna go at Joe, but Joe do be saying a lot of shit that like because he's famous, he do not have to back that shit up no more. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, nobody's gonna tell Fat Joe suck my dick, but I believe, and not because I'm Puerto Rican, not because I'm from the Bronx, I believe just on because he's a street dude.
yeah.
That he would take that personally. Whereas
that
if you
to me,
told
Joe would still have to be carrying a knife. Like, see what I'm saying? If I were big enough to get in a room with Fat Joe, I would be like, yo, suck my dick just to see if the knife come out.
Jesus.
And then if the knife don't come out, I'd be like, yo, I'll just
if
fuck
you in a
around. I just wanna
restaurant
see.
because here's the thing though, because that's on record and everybody has a camera in their pocket, he has to.
Yeah, I see what
He
you're
has to, because if he doesn't, if he laughs that off, that's going viral. Oh, Fat Joe let Dave Temple say this. You have to do it.
Well, man,
dude,
listen.
all that stuff
If
is
I-
exhausting.
He's not going to jail.
To think to always have to work out these scenarios, it's just exhausting. People gotta get fucking right with their fucking.
Well, at least they
I
got to
agree
get to know
100%,
us,
bro.
and they
Fuck
get to
that.
know me, and get to know what I do.
But
And if they
that's-
know
no, but
Dave
that's
Temple,
different.
if Dave Temple is famous, Dave Temple is famous because of unpopular opinions, and people know that that's what I do here. All right, so I see my guest in the building. You know what I mean? We got our guest who's about to come and drop his unpopular opinion. You guys ready for him?
Yeah.
All right, come on, man. I just see him walk in. Come on, give it up for Chris Chaney, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, man, Chris. What's happening, man?
What is up, guys? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Wow, what a conversation that was. And yo, I knew you were from the Bronx the second I saw you in a suit and feelers, bro. With a strap. I knew it.
I gotta walk, man. Shit.
I knew that shit.
Chris, what's your unpopular opinion this week, man?
Actually, I'm a call an audible here. I wasn't even planning on saying this unpopular opinion, but based on that conversation you guys just had, it kind of sparked me in my head like Fat Joe. We were talking about buying jerseys for too much, right? A lot of people lately, I know you guys are all fly. I mean, I'm 2 suits. We got some Diodoras, that's some foreign shit. You know what I mean? At least in New York, you know what I mean? We know what we talk about with sneakers. A lot of people been buying sneakers at a lot of crazy resale prices. People arguing about designers making them.
Yeah.
Right? People are starting to call sneakers art. I'm going to defend that sneakers are not art.
Ooh.
Sneakers are fashion, which is a very different thing than art. Although the Venn diagram sort of overlaps. You got Virgil Abloh and some of these other guys working at like Louis Vuitton, even like Jerry Lorenzo's and at Adidas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's like a bunch of weird paths going on with like, street and high-end sort of blending. But that shit is not art.
Let me ask you this: Is fashion art? Are clothes art?
So that's where like the gray area kind of sits, and you kind of have to pick a side. And I think that if it's fashion, it's not art. I think if you can wear it, it's different than. But there is the art to fashion, though. You know what I mean? So like, there's a bunch of technical skills you can have in order to like. So a guy who makes the suit by hand, say that guy has a craft. That's a technique. That
Right.
you can make that. It's an art. But once you put that on, that is fashion.
Okay, so that's what I was about to ask. So like when you get into like performance or like where is your definition of art? So let's figure out art.
So I mean, again, this is like this weird gray area where you kind of have to pick a side.
Yeah,
art
yeah,
is meant to be interpreted.
Okay.
Right? So like once you interpret something, and have an opinion on it. So like even unpopular opinions, there's an art to having an unpopular opinion.
Definitely.
Right? But once you wear it on a shirt, that is a shirt.
Huh. Okay. So if I make an article of clothing that's highly like a fancy design,
Right.
but I don't wear it,
Right.
that's art?
If you frame like so here, for example,
Framing a jersey.
Virgil framing a jersey, a perfect one. Like if you sign that shit, there's a bunch of shit to that. But even more recently, right? Virgil Abloh, just because I already mentioned his name, at the MCA in Chicago, he had a bunch of samples from his off-white Nike line up, and there was a hanging Supreme shirt that had the Pan-African colors. And
Okay.
then there was a picture of Chief Keef also wearing that was hung up and framed, if I'm not mistaken. So like once you hang that Supreme shit up,
Yeah.
and you put that in a frame, that's art. Because then you interpret what that means to you.
But if you're wearing it,
But if you're wearing it, that's a T.
So like now, if I take the Mona Lisa off the wall and I wear it as a bathrobe, then I just
That's fashion, bro.
I like defining it because when you get into arguments, you have to define your point of view, and if
That's
you're
right.
defining your point of view clearly, even if I don't agree, I'm like, okay, I got to respect that because a lot of people they just say shit and they
Right.
don't have anything to back it up.
Yeah. Now, is everything fashion? Like, are clothes for utility? That doesn't count as fashion, right?
Well, it depends. I think that function also leads art sometimes. You know what I mean? Like a poor example that I'll give to you guys that I know, which was actually going to be my original opinion, is that cargo shorts are a great menswear item. That was going to be actually my original, but it kind of blends.
No, go with
Let's
go
go,
with both.
yeah.
Because this is a way that a man can wear a purse. Okay, I have all the functionality that women do as far as
Right.
being able to carry stuff, but now I just have it as a fashion item.
Yeah. You know what's funny? You say that. I have in my mind twice toyed with the concept of wearing one of those.
Crossbodies.
Yeah, like the pouch ones that everybody
Yeah,
wears. now.
satchel,
Everyone
whatever.
with the
I mean,
Supreme-
plenty
the
of
fanny
feminine
packs.
names.
They're
yeah.
wearing fanny packs, but
Yes.
they're wearing them around cross shoulders. So now somehow this shit is acceptable. And I got it as the jeans got more slim, and you're like, fuck, I can't fit a charger and a phone.
Right, right.
Oh, that's what the little purse thing is for. And I'm like, no, get the fuck out of here. I'll just stop looking at my phone. I don't need no fucking charger. I will let my phone die before I wear one of those fucking things on me. If you see me with one of those, understand that I got a fashion, what do you call those people? A stylist.
Yeah.
And they
Yup.
forced me to do it. And I'll probably do it once and never again. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I hear that.
Hold on, he is open for endorsements though. So if anybody has a bag they want us to wear,
I
boys.
think that men should not carry any bags. If it doesn't fit into your pockets, you got to change your lifestyle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, if,
I'm not mad at
like,
that.
Yeah, so I like the cargo pants are the funniest clothing garment of all, or the clothing piece of all time. They're great, and so I would like them to be defended. I don't wear them personally, but if you can't fit it into your pockets, it's like, what do you got to carry as
Leave
a guy?
it behind.
A phone, a wallet, and your keys.
Yeah.
What else are men carrying? Your lighter, your
I have,
cigarettes.
I have a bag. I have a lot of shit in my bag. I got chargers. I got sometimes I stick my phone in there. I got a book that I'm reading.
yeah, no.
Which all these could fit in cargo
laughing
shorts.
At me for reading? I'm
No,
fucking
I'm
tell
not
you.
laughing at you for reading. I'm laughing at you because these things, like, you need them, but you don't need. Like, I get it, and that's a New Yorker. New Yorkers hoard in their book bags. Like, it is I do not know a New Yorker, a native New Yorker, whose book bag isn't just full of
Brim.
stuff, man.
Yeah,
You know,
everything.
an apple from a week ago that they're just like, oh yeah, I meant to eat that. Sorry. You know, like the bags get a little bit out of control. You know what I mean? So, but unpopular opinion, yeah. If you don't like, you should be working to level up to a point where somebody carries your shit for you. Like you, like you know what I mean. Like you should have a crew of people, and someone carries your shit, and your job is to look fly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're not, you can be going to work and carrying your shit, but when you're like, you're living your life out, no bags, no nothing. Even reading in public, we should not allow that.
Ooh, reading in public.
It's ridiculous. Reading in public, and the worst thing is reading in bars. If I see somebody reading in a bar again, I'm going to lock that bar and I'm going to burn it down.
Especially now, if you have to wear a mask on and read at the bar, man, that's crazy.
No,
Like,
yeah, I mean, it's just like that's the most offensive thing is reading in a bar. But reading in public is like, what are you getting really done there? Go read at home because I'm pro
But I
wisdom
don't
and
drink
knowledge.
at home. I like reading at the bar. I don't drink at home.
Yeah, but reading in public is kind of like masturbating in public. Like reading is a private thing,
Yeah.
dude. Don't be out here bettering yourself in front
Right,
of all
and how
of
much
us.
are you really like containing or like absorbing when you have like a million things going
when I'm
on.
sitting at a bar reading, like if I have a beer, I know a lot of people who do that. You sit at a bar, you read your book, because maybe you wait for somebody to show up. Whatever it is, you're not being social at the moment.
So do what I do. Drink in a library, okay?
Conrad.
Bring your
Most
alcohol.
Conrad shit I've ever heard in my entire life.
Bring your booze into the library where it's nice and quiet, and you
Yes.
read there, okay? But no reading in a bar.
No, he has a point though. If he's waiting for a friend or
No
something.
reading
though.
at the bar, or if the bar has tables, can I sit at a table and read?
Not even at a
21st
Starbucks.
It's the 21st century audiobooks, man. Like,
Right.
really? You're going to pull out a hard book? Like, headphones at a bar is acceptable, but a book? Come on, man.
I've never fucked with audiobooks, and I like I like holding a good book, man.
I like audiobooks.
You know what's even better? Like, we live better than kings. You know what I mean? I don't want to read this book. Have the man who wrote it read it to me.
Yes!
How much does it cost?
That's crazy.
In this day and age, if you were carrying anything more than a phone, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so like with the cargo shorts,
Yeah.
what are you typically jamming in cargo short pockets now?
It could be like a charger for your phone. It's basically what you were saying. It's like a weekender as a New Yorker in your pockets. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like charger, maybe the battery. It could be like a book. You got your phone, maybe like a snack or whatever. It's basically all that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, I fucks with cargo shorts heavy.
Yeah.
For some women are like, yo, get that shit
Yeah,
away
they
from
hate
me.
it.
I don't understand. It's like,
Because they're here to make life complicated. Like, why don't you wear a nice slap? Well, where am I going to put my stuff? You can I put it in your purse? Oh, well, here, maybe you should have this man bag, and now you're feminine. That's what it is. They want you to take off the cargo shorts so that you can become more feminine.
what really annoys me though,
And then
too,
they go
is,
stick a finger in your butt.
is women. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the women you guys have relations with, but every woman that I've ever dated has been like, hey, can you hold this for me? Like phone, whatever. So then even like this was the biggest way I got out of holding a purse. Is then once you got the small one that you could fit in the cargo, you could just put their purse in your cargo pocket. Boom, you done, bro. Now you don't gotta be standing there looking at an idiot like bitch whipped holding this girl's purse.
I really like the stance on cargo shorts. I want to let's talk it all the way out.
I want to. What do you feel about chicks with cargo shorts? Because I've never had a chick like that. I want a chick.
Those are, I mean, I think being from the Bronx, you would know the most.
I have never seen, to be fair, I've never seen a straight woman of any persuasion
That's what I'm saying.
wearing cargo shorts.
I want like the Laura Derns from Jurassic Park. Like, where are those bitches at? You know what I mean? It's like if she's down to jam her arm in Triceratops poop. She's just totally with the shit. You know what I mean? That girl doesn't need a purse. She's not worried about makeup. She's not worried about a fork being dirty at a restaurant. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
this is pretty much a dude you can fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
I would, yeah.
on maybe once in a while, but studs are,
I guess
they're particular about that kind of shit.
What are girl? I don't know if you guys know this answer. What is women's hate towards the cargo shorts?
It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't
Yeah, I don't
understand.
get it.
Especially camo ones. For some reason, they always attack the camo, which doesn't make any sense.
Which is weird because if you go fight in a war, like I was talking to my friend who has that friend who fought in like war, he's like he gets his pick from all the women he wants.
Right, he's wearing cargo.
maybe.
Well, no, I'm saying because
In
he went
camo.
to war. That's a real man.
I understand.
Oh, well, maybe it's because camo shorts, like camo cargo shorts, are not fashionable. So it's like you're wearing your art now at this point.
I can't. I mean,
I think it's because his shorts are immature or you're too old. You either look like a little kid or you look like somebody's dad wearing cargo shorts.
You know what's? I got an idea. Maybe Old Navy killed it. Because when I think cargo shorts, I think Old Navy, and then I think lesser
really?
Right.
retail.
That's interesting you pins Old Navy specifically.
'Cause
Because
I
I mean,
remember.
everybody makes cargo shorts, so why did Old Navy pop in your head?
Because they had some jingle where they said, we have 3 cargo shorts for $15 or whatever.
And
Like the performance fleece.
Yeah.
And cargo shorts is the second thing I think about when I think Old Navy.
I'm sorry, I love Old Navy. How everything is just on the floor when you go in there. Like I don't know what it is about Old Navy. People go like, not my size.
Yeah.
Like,
They don't. Yeah, it's the place you don't fold the clothing back up. You know what I mean? You move that shit and then like you just leave it. The attendant's got that.
Is there an article of clothing with women that is also despicable, like the cargo short? Is there an article of clothing that we won't accept from women? Me personally, it's the high heel. I fucking
What?
can't stand a high. It's worthless. High heels it's just an annoying shoe. To them, it never looks right. It doesn't feel good, and then it's like in the way of like.
But it has utility to jack them up.
It makes
and
them
make
look
their
taller.
their legs better and their butt better.
Yeah.
That's what they're for. That's why when you get them at the high heel, it's like taking down like a, like when it's like the guys how they lift their trucks. You know what I mean? That's the high heel for women.
Yeah, again, lifted trucks, ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. But
You're putting your chick in high heels. It's like a lifted truck, a lift kit, you know?
Yo, quick side story. When I first moved here, like almost a decade ago, I didn't have any friends. I just dropped everything I was doing. And one thing I noticed when I first got here is a lot of chicks fell from high heels down to meatpacking because of the cobblestone.
Yeah.
So Friday, Saturday night, when I had literally nothing to do, I would just go down there and watch bitches fall.
that's funny.
That whole time.
And they make that horse noise when they walk around.
Especially on cobblestone, it does take you back to colonial times. Life was a lot better back then.
No high heels on colonial days, what?
Yo, maybe it's the oversized hoodie for girls because it wasn't theirs. They got it from another guy.
Ooh,
You know?
yeah, man. Yeah.
You know what? I was about to say there's nothing, but I was trying to think of something that I wouldn't like on a lady, but I'll give you that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's at least
Well, they
one.
got this other concept too, boyfriend jeans. Have you ever seen this shit?
Oh, yeah, yep.
It's like oversized jeans because apparently that's a thing in relationships where girls will just put on their boyfriend's jeans.
And some, apparently. I've never had that.
I've never had that either. But now instead of wearing your boyfriend's jeans, like single women can buy oversized pants, and it's called boyfriend jeans, so that they can be like, like, and it's like a weird thing to be like, I've got on man's jeans. Like, okay,
They can get away with that, though. They can wear our stuff. We can't really wear theirs yet. You know what I mean? Like, we're not, like, socially at that level where, like, we're fully accepted like that. You know what I mean?
yeah. I think women would accept a man in a dress before they accept him in cargo shorts.
Yeah. I think you might be right. The way my girlfriend talks to me, yes, I think that's actually the case.
But then what if they made a dress with cargo pockets in it?
Then
all the way
Fire.
at
See,
the-
now we getting somewhere, boys.
yeah.
That's Virgil Abloh's next designer collection.
Next Louis shit.
Yeah, it's Louis Vuitton dress with cargo pockets on the side.
I do think that women are testing how much we will accept their silly outfits and what they're wearing. Like these Skechers and Fila shoes that they're wearing are unacceptable.
Oh, with the big chunky.
The big chunky shoes.
Yeah, okay.
The big
yeah,
chunky.
What do
soles.
they call it? Like
Like the-
normcore or something like that?
I mean, it's like in that dad realm. You know what I mean? Like a dad shit, like dad hat, dad shoes. It's all kind of that. But like that disruptor thing you're talking about with like Fila, it's the same thing going to the stilettos. It's tight.
Which does remind me, mom jeans are the outfit that you can't accept from women. When they switch over to those soccer mom jeans, like when a girl gets a nice fupa that requires like 8 buttons on the front of it, you know what I mean? And you're like, whoa, like, yeah, you might want to work that out,
And the other thing too is like going back to just like the women with they don't have any pockets in any of their shit. So why are they getting mad at us when I have the extra pockets for everybody?
Jealousy. They're jealous of all your pocket space.
You think so? You think that's what it is?
Definitely.
Which is weird because they like guys with big apartments, but they don't like guys with big pockets. What's the deal?
That's very true. That's very true. Only metaphorically they like our big pockets.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Which is funny that rappers don't walk around. More rappers should walk around with cargo pants full of, if you're going to carry stacks of cash, cargo pants is the way to go. You know what I mean? To pull out like fucking bands. You know what I mean?
West Side Gun definitely has a lot of money in his cargo shorts.
Does he really?
I would assume.
He's a purse wearer guy, right?
Crossbody guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's marketing. So, going back to the art of different things, the art of marketing is just like, no, this isn't a purse. This isn't like a fanny pack. You wear it across your body. It's a crossbody. You know what I mean? So it's like they can trick you guys like that. You know what I mean? You guys generally.
Which is weird because you get those man's men who, and those are the guys that even influence me to be like, I'm not wearing that shit. It looks like a fucking purse.
Yep.
But like, even your man's man has like some sort of version of a purse when he like goes to work. So it's like, if you're a construction guy, you ever see like the construction guy's tool bag?
Right.
He's putting it over his thing. Or they got those tool belts that wrap around their waist. Guys who go hunting, they've got, all of these little things. So yeah, I'm totally flipping my point of view because I'm a hypocrite right now where I realize like I don't want to wear a man purse, but for like man shit, I'll wear a tool belt or like I'll wear a gun holster with like, clips and all that kind of shit.
Which women also have no problem with for some reason. I guess that shows that they have a job. So it's like, that's good. Okay, that's fine. You can wear a tool belt.
Right, but that denotes a skill. The crossbody doesn't denote any status or anything.
Crossbody is literally just a purse to carry stuff in when you're not working. If you're wearing like a tool belt or you're carrying tools, even if you're off the job, it lets everybody around you know, hey, I can fix stuff, or I do this, or I do that.
Yeah, which isn't it taking like the dad thing, which is the fanny pack, and then just putting it, on an angle?
A crossbody, and that's what it is. Yeah, I would fuck with a crossbody.
You would?
Yeah, I would. I have a messenger bag
pack?
now, which is no. I wouldn't fuck with a fanny pack.
But that's what I'm
'cause
saying.
it's
That's
too
the same
small.
thing. That's what I'm about to say.
But I think because a fanny pack is a bag that goes around here, like in the front, so it's like this big. But the crossbody has more storage space.
No,
Some
it's
do.
literally the same
Yeah.
bag.
No.
Depends.
There's versions of them where they have like pouches, so you're like you're like it's like a utility belt, but on your that's how they get you to buy it.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
would buy it.
I'm gonna
Listen,
start
if I
carrying
could find one for like $20, I would buy it. But I'm not spending. The only ones that I've seen have been like handmade Italian leather with like 18 different pockets, and they've been like $500. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like, nah,
they're
fuck that. I'm not-
Supreme, so they're already $500.
Yeah, no.
And is also too, is it we were talking about chains getting snatched earlier, like before?
Yeah.
Don't you, when you have like a expensive crossbody thing, aren't you just saying like you could
Yeah,
easily
if
be
it's an
robbed?
expensive one, yeah, you're setting yourself up to
And
be
you got
robbed.
stuff in there, and this guy with a crossbody ain't gonna fight back.
Yeah, but again, if I see a guy with a crossbody and no entourage, but like a luxury bag, like a luxury crossbody, I just assume it's fake.
Yeah,
Like,
but
if
even
you're
a
by
fake one-
yourself with an MCM crossbody, yeah,
even a fake one is worth stealing just for the fact that you're stealing a bag. You know what I mean? Like, because you don't know. Yeah, I stole this from somebody. It turned out to
Oh,
be
you're
fake.
talking about for the contents, for
Yeah.
what's in it. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. We're not talking about stealing for the bag.
No, but even the bag, because you don't know. You can't tell it's fake till you get it in your hand. So you're like, yo, you shining. I'm taking the shine.
Yeah, speaking of which, like, I've never thought about that. Like, New York, a lot of bags get stolen.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of book bags get stolen,
Yes.
and people usually go for the contents inside. What happens to the bag? Like, if you
toss
steal a
it.
book bag, do you use the book bag and be like, oh, this is actually a pretty good bag?
You don't. You give it to somebody. Like you might keep the bag. Like it depends. All right, if you're walking on a block and your bag gets snatched and they run with the bag, the first thing they're gonna do when they get out of sight is they're gonna go through the bag unless they're able to get away clean, and then at their leisure they'll go through the bag. But the first thing you do is get rid of the bag because the bag's what you stole. You know what I mean? You can't identify the shit that's in it. You understand what I'm saying?
See what you're
Yeah,
saying.
okay. I'm with
But
you
if
on
you
that.
get away, if you get into the train, you hop on the train, you good, then maybe later on you give that bag to somebody. Yo, you need a bag? Here's a bag. Somebody always, bags is like in circulation. You always know
Okay.
somebody who needs a bag. But
Yeah.
if you steal it, you're not gonna keep it because you stole it.
Right.
You know, if it's a nice bag, you sell it immediately.
Now, Chris, have you ever stolen any cargo shorts?
Never stolen any cargo shorts. No.
Have you ever used cargo shorts to steal? Cargo
Yes.
shorts are the best for stealing.
Absolutely, immediately. Yes.
Oh my God, it's right there. Like,
Oh
it's
my God.
right there, and the pockets are already like closed, but you can just flip it open and slide whatever you need right in the pocket, and you're done in a few minutes.
My favorite cargo short use is when you go to the movies and then you put all the candy in that shit.
Yeah.
Because they'll check a girl's purse, they will not check your shorts.
Nope.
No.
So
Yeah.
you good on that.
Yeah.
That's +1 on cargo.
Yeah.
And also for having 2 flasks.
That's true.
You know,
Two flasks.
Have one here. You don't know which liquor you want to consume that day. It might be vodka day. It might be gin day. Who knows? I got both.
Are those the only flask options?
No, but I'm saying et cetera, et cetera.
It's just a viewpoint into Conrad's life.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I love how you
Isn't
turn
it?
flasks into the double beer hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's what cargo shorts are. Yeah, for a refined gentleman.
For hard liquor. Yeah, yeah. I love it, man. All right, Chris, man. This is dope, man. Where can the people find you at if they're looking for you on the internet?
Not that Cheney, Cheney. I also got a podcast. It's about fashion, streetwear shit with Lawrence Deloach, Luke Trevisi. You can find that on any DSP. And, I work at A-Life New York, so cop that shit.
Oh, shit. All right, no doubt, man. All right, Chris Cheney, man. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Thanks for having
Yes.
me, guys. Really appreciate all
All
you.
right, no doubt, man. Woo. Fucking cargo pants, man.
Love it.
Yeah, I don't currently own a pair. I used to own 2, and I should get another
I just
pair
copped
now.
2 pairs. For
Yeah?
the summer. I just copped 2 pairs.
What
for the
colors?
summer.
What colors did you get?
Olive green and dark khaki.
Yeah,
olive green and dark
that's what you
khaki.
kind of gotta go with the dark cat, like the olive green. Those would be like your dress ones. Those would be your. Hey, we're going out, but I'm being.
No, I was gonna do the dark greens. I'm gonna get another pair. Those are gonna be like my beaters.
You know what else I love about cargo pants? If you put stuff in the pockets, you kind of get the bow-legged look. You know, remember girls? I don't know. Did white girls like bow-legged men? Have y'all ever been told that Puerto Rican girls like bow-legged?
You got to fill us in on the history. I've heard the history.
So bow-legged is like basically if you were in the womb a little bit too long, you know, babies, they're in the womb and their feet are folded up. But if you're like this for a while, eventually you're born and your legs kind of bow out. And if your parents don't have money to put braces on your legs and straighten them back out, that's just how you walk for the rest of your life. There was a period in the 90s where black women were all about that. Like, you guys remember Salt and Pepper Shoot? Mm-hmm. They were like, ooh, look at him. No, not you. The bow-legged one. It's like, Jesus. Like, that's how. So men used to try to walk a little bit different to try to achieve the look to attract women.
You know why? Because of Bow-Legged Lou from the Force MCs. That's why. Old school shit. Y'all don't know about that.
Is it? Is that
No,
what it
I'm
is?
kidding. There's a dude called Bow-Legged Lou. He's back in the 80s. Yeah.
I just thought it was like, you know, those women really, on a primitive level, they want a man as close to gorilla as possible. Like, just an absolute gorilla. Like,
What if they started making shoes that were like lower on the outside so that you had to like walk on the sides of your feet?
super feet, you should make an insole that leans your shit out. You know
Right.
what I mean? So fuck the fanny packs and all that. Like, yo, you want this bow-legged look? I don't know. I've never seen a bow-legged white guy though.
I've never seen a bow-legged white guy. I mean, I walk pretty funny myself, but my feet point out. So it's like the opposite of
Derek
the way I
Jeter's
walk.
bow-legged, but he's Latino, right?
Yeah, he's half.
Huh?
Is that good? Gives you good spring though.
Does it? I think it fucks with you later on, like really badly. You know what I mean? Because it's a serious birth defect that is like not being addressed.
He'll be all right. I'm sure he ain't got no Obamacare. I'm sure Derek Jeter gonna be just fine.
He just sold his house that Tom Brady was living in for like $25 million.
To pay
I mean,
to pay for the
to
surgery.
To who?
They didn't release
Who
it.
has $25 million? Like, what's
Not
the
an
down
American,
payment?
probably. Let's put it that way. Not an American. Some guy from China.
Yeah,
Some
who's
guy
just
from
trying to park
China. Some guy
fucking
from
money.
Russia. He sold it. Yeah, he
No,
sold.
I think they stopped allowing people to do that.
Really?
I hope so.
HSBC will never stop. HSBC will allow whatever to happen.
HSBC is the Diddy of
bank?
financial
Yeah, yeah.
malfeasance.
You know,
Yeah.
every time I think it, I see it, I'm like, oh, there's a historically black college here. Because all the letters.
Historically and scientifically black college.
Yes.
Because like,
you got to make
what
it.
is
Yes.
it? HCBC?
Hong Kong, Shanghai, Bank of
No,
China.
but what's a historically black? Is it HBC?
HBCU?
Oh, HBCU.
Yeah,
Okay.
historically black colleges and universities.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I only know that because of Cross Colors in the 90s.
Do you think that'll ever happen? You think any HBCUs will ever just cross over and be like, you know what? We're a regular school now.
No.
Okay, we're done with the black shit.
No, that's their entire cachet is being historically black.
I mean, it's in the name, but
Yeah,
a few
they're not
a
going
few years
anywhere.
ago, there was Howard College had the first white valedictorian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, at some point, do you desegregate the school? Well, I mean, white
They're
kids
not, but
can
they're
go.
not segregated. White people can go,
And white people
the
can
white
go on
people
a
who go there,
scholarship.
the white people who go there, yeah. But when you say go on a scholarship, it's not like they're white people with money. It's like white people from like Mudlick, Kentucky, who grew up watching Hillbilly Jim. You understand what I'm saying? So it's different.
I'm all for that. I'm
Yeah.
all for that because those are the people that need to go back to Kentucky and be like, guys, black people are actually pretty cool. Like, come on, let me take you to this party on campus.
But that guy isn't gonna. Well, yeah. I mean, you gotta travel. Nobody's gonna listen to anybody that says something that disrupts their worldview. So you gotta take those people from Kentucky and move them out of Kentucky.
No, you gotta season. Like, I call it seasoning with culture.
Uh-huh.
Season them and send them back. You know what I mean? Like, send
And they'll have to leave because they'll wake up to a cross burning on their lawn
what for being white and being
cool with black people.
White people don't burn crosses on other white people's lawns.
Yeah,
They will if
the price of lumber through the roof these days.
They will just go there with a sign and be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, it is time to go." Like,
I don't. Do they do that anymore? I don't know. I'm not. You know.
They do. They were doing it as recently as 5 years ago.
yeah, but men don't have those kind of skills now. Like, there's no man who even owns a screw
All
gun.
those guys got arrested for storming the Capitol.
Exactly. And their power tools are in the garage, and their children will never learn how to use them. And as a result, like those kind of acts of hatred, you're not going to see it physically. Now, hatred is just on the internet. It's online, you know?
Yeah,
much
with
easier to
burning
click.
across, you think about it, that takes a lot of work to do. Like, it's got to be a big one. You got to dig the hole.
Yeah.
It can't fall over.
Yeah.
What do you put, like a concrete
You got
base
to
in
get
there?
it there.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, too. So
No,
it's
you
like,
assemble it when it's there. You
you
assemble it when it's there. You
Yeah.
tie it up. No, but you do.
Do you need a permit for it?
No.
Well, yeah, I don't think they're filing a permit. But
But to keep it in the ground, like, do you have to put concrete at the base?
No, because
No, 'cause it'll burn up.
you assemble it and then it's like 4 or 5 twists, turns, and you literally screw it into the ground.
so do you think they can get it into the ground, or they need to come
Yeah,
with an auger
because the
first?
bottom's cut. The bottom's cut, so it pierces the ground, and then you just screw it in,
Man,
basically.
you know a lot about this.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing that always used to impress me about the KKK. Unpopular opinion. Hey, guys, these guys burn crosses, right? Like, I don't know if you've ever cooked on a grill. Soot goes everywhere. So for those people to be able to get that soot out of those white robes, I don't think we're, like, really focused on how sophisticated these people. I have trouble keeping my whites white.
Them in the Navy.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, there's some serious laundry skills that, we could probably benefit to learn from the ladies who support the KKK.
Do you think
Maybe
they take
Scotchgard was an ancient white people's secret.
Do you think
saying.
that they take them to Asian cleaners?
They don't have. There's no Asian people in Kentucky. You can't. You can't.
No, yeah,
you
there
can't.
is.
No, because you can't take that to be washed by anybody else because the patches and shit don't come off. There's no way to hide the fact
Dry
that it's
clean.
a KKK. No, it's a secret society. You have to do it at home. They
If
have
it's secret,
the
then how come we know
KKK.
about
That's
it?
got to be part of their like bylaws. Is you got to learn how to keep your uniform clean at home.
Ah, interesting.
You have to. Like, you can't have it. You can't take it anywhere to get cleaned. It's a secret society. So if you show up, they don't let you march unless your shit is crisp.
Yeah.
There's got to be somebody there whose job is to inspect the whiteness.
Yeah.
Again,
Wow.
do you understand the level of sophistication to have standard and practices
Yeah.
for your hate group, dude? Like, I mean, I've said this before. Like, they've been around since like the 1700s, right? Like,
At one point, they were the biggest civil organization in the country, and it took like a whole public relations campaign and a couple of movies to get people to stop being part of it.
and this was done pre-Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
pre-internet, man.
There was also nothing to do though. I don't know if they would take.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they would take off if they had to compete with like Fortnite now.
Yeah, and also too, there was like no baseball or basketball invented yet.
Yeah.
No, baseball was around, wasn't it? Isn't that was the KKK?
Even if it was, it wasn't.
But you know,
it
it's
wasn't
like-
to the level it is
Like,
now.
what do you
Yeah.
guys want to do? We can play Cowboys and Indians.
No, we got to
can
get
throw
Jackie
dirt, or-
Robinson out of here.
You know what's my two questions about the Ku Klux Klan? Do they know that Klan is spelled wrong?
Yes.
Because it's with a K.
Yeah.
And, anything with Klux in it just reminds me of a chicken restaurant.
yeah.
So
Ku
I'm
Klux
just
chicken.
yeah.
Have you
Ku-
seen the crispy
Ku Klux-
crunchy chicken? Have you guys seen this?
No.
It's KKC. Crispy with a K, crunchy with a K. And then you're like, what the fuck? Chicken with a C.
Why play that game? Jesus Christ.
Because
I like how everything in New York though is fried chicken though. They have Kennedy fried chicken, something
Yes.
fried chicken. This
Kennedy fried chicken, Island fried chicken. I think there was a Jefferson fried chicken in
Jefferson
Yeah.
I think
fried
there was a
chicken.
Jefferson fried
Lincoln
chicken. somewhere
fried
in,
chicken.
like-
We had Lincoln
Like
fried
what,
chicken.
all
in
the
Philly.
Lincoln fried
presidents?
chicken.
Correct.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because
Washington fried chicken.
no,
Presidential,
I have never seen a Washington.
presidential chicken, bro.
What about James Knockpolka fried chicken? Who else would be a funny one?
Trump
fried-
chicken? I would fuck with Trump chicken though. To be honest with you, if there was a place called Trump Chicken,
You would have to try it.
yeah. Like, speaking of which, have we brought that?
Like,
back
I'm not fucking
yet?
with Chester A. Arthur chicken.
It-
But actually, that's pretty alliterative. But yeah, Trump chicken, you'd have
I
to
mean,
try it.
it's already kind of his faces kind of looks like fried chicken, the color, and his hair kind of looks like oil that they fry it in. I mean, what? I mean, if he put on a red suit, he's like the Ronald McDonald of
Yes.
of fried chicken at some point in time.
What do you think his next business venture will be? 'Cause
He's
that
gonna
guy,
be the next president.
Yeah, he's gonna run. He's gonna run. He's gonna win.
Good for him. Good for him.
He's
His-
gonna
his-
run. He's gonna win, and he's gonna and then he'll pass emergency powers, and we'll go to war with Naboo. Yeah, this fucking guy.
Yo, his wouldn't it be so great if his vice president was like a wrestler, like Stone Cold Steve Austin
Or Jesse
The
Ventura?
Rock? Jesse Ventura. I mean,
I think Jay Ventura's too left wing. So yeah, it could be either Stone Cold
you know
or
what would
Chris
be
Jericho.
great if he got like a female wrestler, like the biggest female wrestler, and he made his vice president, like Palin. That shit was dope. Remember Palin? That was great times.
Back in 2008.
Yeah, it was fun.
Listen, this country has a problem. Here's an unpopular opinion. This country has a problem with females in power. Like, the only reason I think he won the first time around was because people didn't like Hillary. I don't think he won.
Well,
I think Hillary lost, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
'cause,
okay, but
I mean,
But the same thing with Palin. So you got to ask yourself, like, the only reason Kamala won was because Kamala and Joe won was because Trump fucked up so bad, and everybody had to come out. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had to come out. Everybody had to come and be like, yo,
yeah,
we can't go to another 4 years.
I don't
of
know
this.
anything about politics, but I think a lot of people didn't like Hillary. I don't think it had anything to do with her being a woman.
Yeah, I loved her because she's a killer, but yeah, nobody liked her. Black people didn't like her for the super predators comment. Latin people didn't like her because of immigration. White women didn't like her because she was, so unlikable. Apparently, I
think
idea.
it was crazy.
I fucks with Hill heavy, man.
She went on the Breakfast Club and said that the one thing that she keeps in her purse is hot sauce.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my lord, it was like That's on so many levels. It's disingenuous. It's lying. It's pandering. It's like so many things. It's so heinous to me. Just that one.
You know what's funny though? People could listen to the Breakfast Club and get mad at that. But then don't get mad when they cut to commercial and they're like, rent a rims right now. And you're just
rent a rims?
Yeah. You don't know that you can rent rims? Like, you can finance.
No, I had no idea.
People get their rims repossessed for not payment, and they will come and leave your car sitting on bricks. And that commercial it doesn't run on those
NPR?
It's not running on those channels.
Like, that's something that if you were to put that on a list, like, which of these is a joke product or a joke service, I'd be like, I
promise you, I will find it and try to attach it to the end of this episode, because I remember the way I know about it. I remember I was in Ohio and I heard one of these commercials and Kevin Hart was doing it. You goddamn right. Like, I'm about to get Kevin canceled. Goddamn it. There was a time when Kevin was doing these commercials. You know what I mean?
would have thought that was a sketch like Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm already hitting a jingle in my head. Rent the rims. Like, no.
Yeah. I say that, but rent the rims, if you want to run some ads on this program, we'll take it. Fuck that. You know what
I got jingles, man. I got jingles. Let me know.
Buy that shit either way.
That's crazy. Damn. Yo, people are... Oh.
We'll be all right, man.
I love it.
America. All right, let's button this one up, guys. Cisco.
Yeah.
Where can the people find you if they're looking for you?
Find me at Aldorundo on Instagram, ALDORANDO on the IG, and at Francisco Comedy on Twitter.
All right. Conrad, where can the people find you?
They can't.
You're not going to go online ever?
Online just gives me, makes me feel very uneasy.
Yeah.
It just, I just, you know what's one thing to me? I might be too soft, or like things affect me very hard. So the internet, there's a lot of stuff that just affects me, and it will ruin my day.
Yeah.
I feel the best I've ever felt in my entire life. I might be in the best point in my entire life now, and just no internet, no nothing. Yeah.
All right.
Something to be said for that, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand why
find
everybody
more.
doesn't do it. Like, what is so great that's on, like, it's
being
mostly
online?
losers on the internet.
It is. He's true.
How many losers are on the internet? It's like 97% are losers.
I get outside during the weekend to get away from the internet, and it's fascinating to go to like the park, to go to like Prospect Park and see like hundreds of thousands of people outside, not online, and you go like, yeah, why was I in the house online? Like, there's people outside, you know what I mean? So
Doing stuff.
yeah, thank you all for being online. I do appreciate you being there and watching this show. But now
That's
that it's
why we
over,
don't release it on the weekends.
but now that it's over, cut this shit off and go outside, people. I'm Dave Temple. This has been Unpopular Opinions. And now it's time for my last words. Pets are struggling. Make sure you take care of the ones that you have, because you honestly can't afford and you don't deserve to have the pets that you have unless you take better care of them. Focus on the living things. Don't focus on the bullshit, cargo shorts, or high heels, or what athletes are talking about. And for God's sake, get off the internet. Go outside. You've been here enough. I'm Dave Temple. This has been Unpopular Opinions.